part 1 of this video, I discussed the 4 main lever positions of an automatic vehicle. You can watch that video by clicking on the link in the video description. In some vehicles, you'll also have extra positions like 3-2L, where L is the equivalent of first speed, D3-2, 2L, just L, or any other combination that'll vary according to the vehicle. In decades of driving, I've almost never used them except for engine braking when going down a mountain on a hot day. That way, I didn't have to press the brake pedal all the time, which can get the brake pads and discs excessively hot and reduce braking efficiency. The lower the number, the stronger the engine braking. You can also use them when starting on snow and ice, to climb steep hills, or when towing heavy stuff. Depending on the vehicle, there can also be other lever positions that you see less often, like S for sport, which makes for a sportier drive, B for brake for engine braking, W for winter, which can help for driving on snow and ice, and so on. Most of these act more or less like the 3-2L positions we saw previously. A lot of modern vehicles will have only the normal P, R, and D ones, which we saw in the previous video, with something that you see more and more nowadays, a manual mode. When you see those plus and minus signs, sometimes also with the letter M for manual, it means you also have a manual mode. In this mode, you can switch gears yourself without having to worry about clutch work. This is actually a good trade-off if you're hesitating between buying a manual or automatic. If you don't want to change gears, like when you're stuck in traffic, you leave the lever on the normal automatic position and the car takes care of all gear changes, and when you want to have a bit more fun, like on twistier roads for example, you engage the manual mode and you have control over gear changes. You push the lever up to shift up and down to shift down. Then when you get back to the pleasures of being stuck in traffic, you can put it back on full automatic. On some vehicles, you change gears with the shift lever itself. On some others, there will be some paddles on the steering wheel. Like here, you downshift by pulling on the left paddle and upshift by pulling on the right. On some vehicles, you can also turn overdrive off. And what is overdrive exactly? In a nutshell, with overdrive turned off, your engine will run at higher RPMs. With overdrive on, which is the default setting, the engine will run at lower RPMs, which results in a less sportier drive, but better fuel efficiency, less engine wear over time, and less noise and vibrations. The button to turn overdrive off is usually located on the side of the shift lever. In normal driving conditions, you should leave it on for better fuel efficiency and let the vehicle automatically choose what gear is best for the situation, especially at higher speeds, like when driving on the freeway. You could turn it off when, let's say you're climbing a hill and the car keeps switching between gears, if you're towing something heavy like a trailer or a boat, or if you want to use engine braking when going down steep hills. You see the option to turn overdrive off less nowadays in newer vehicles. Now all this being said, the 3 positions you'll use almost all the time, besides of course the manual mode when you want to have a little fun, are P when you park, R when reversing, and D when moving forward. And guess which of those 3 will be used the most? It's actually P, since on average cars are parked 95% of the time. As for the other positions, unless you regularly use your vehicle in special situations, like pulling something heavy, climbing or descending steep hills, or driving in the snow or ice, you'll very rarely use them. Remember, vehicles are getting more and more sophisticated each time. All the functions discussed here will vary from one model to another, so make sure you read your vehicle's manual. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.